So looking at this current Bitcoin price action, you can see guys, the price of Bitcoin did pretty much exactly like how we predicted after the CPI report. Yes, we were expecting the CPI report to show a lower number compared to the previous month, indicating the inflation is going down, and that is going to trigger a big move here to the upside, and this is exactly what we witnessed. But the question here is, what is next? Will the price continue this uptrend, or was that the top and now the price of Bitcoin could be starting with this corrective movement? If we want to find that out, then please watch this video till the end, because I have prepared some very interesting chart which is indicating where the price of Bitcoin might be possibly hitting, and also guys, the FOMC meeting which is going to take place in 11 hours from now. So that's why this is going to be a very important factor for us, because we know the inflation has come down to 7.1%, and that is going to influence the decision for Fed. Yes guys, Fed might not be that hawkish, and that will create some sort of a relief here in the market. So if the Fed is going to raise the interest rate by 50 basis points, then I am actually expecting the price of Bitcoin to show further continuation pattern here to the upside following this bullish megaphone pattern. Yes, yesterday when we were talking about this bullish megaphone pattern, I showed you, even though the price of Bitcoin was showing weakness, please do not get confused. The price of Bitcoin was still forming this descending broadening wedge inside this bigger bullish megaphone pattern, and once we flip the previous temporary line into support, you can see the price started showing this bullish movement here to the upside, and now we have finally broken the resistance from this 0.5. And if we look at this bullish megaphone pattern, after breaking the 0.5 area, price usually shows some sort of a shakeout. I mean, again, retesting the previous temporary resistance line before continuing this uptrend, because this trend line has actually acted as a strong line of resistance in the past price action. So this exact line could be acting as a support for Bitcoin, and if we are going to remain above this key line, then there is a very high probability for this trend also to continue here to the upside towards 19,000 or let's say 18,500 range before it chooses an actual trend direction. And why around that area? Because we know, if you look at this here in a 4-hour time frame using this Wyckoff's accumulation schematic 2, according to Wyckoff, we were actually very confident the price was in this phase D. And after this phase D, after breaking out of the symmetrical triangle type of scenario, there is a very high probability for price also showing this bullish movement, just like as shown here in an example entering the phase E. And now you can see guys, we broke the key line of resistance, and as soon as the key line of resistance got broken, we started with this bullish movement, and now this is a clear sign that we could be in this phase E. So if the Fed, now listen carefully guys, if the Fed is going to raise the interest rate by 50 basis point hike, then I am very confident the price of Bitcoin after some range bound could be continuing this trend here like this. Yes guys, continuing this trend towards 19,000 before choosing a trend duration. And many were also saying, hey Anup, please show me a trade. Guys, I took a long after we broke the key line of resistance around 17,100 or I think 17,180 area, and since then I'm leaving my trade open, but I can show you here right now, no problem. So this here is my ongoing trade right now. My position size is around $142,000. Entry price was 17,185. Market price right now is around 17,789. And value is around 8.27 Bitcoin. My initial margin was 1.38 Bitcoin, and right now I'm around 27% in profit, which is $4,900 to $5,000. My stop loss is at an entry price, so I'm going to leave this because I think after the 50 basis point hike, this trend is going to continue, and I'm also going to leave my long open. And now beside this example, we also talked about this one very interesting scenario which was unfolding parallelly. I mean, we found out in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin showed this corrective movement, after testing the support from this rising trend line, we had this so-called a relief rally type of scenario. Each and every time price tested the support from this rising trend line, we had this relief rally. This similar scenario unfolded again and again. We even had a fake out, but during this fake out, I was very clear with you guys. The price of Bitcoin could show a shakeout on our way, but at the end, still continue this impulsive movement here to the upside, reaching around 18 to 19,000 before choosing a trend duration. And it did happen, guys. The price after some fake out did started this bullish movement, and now we are clearly following this rising trend line. So in the immediate short term, as I've been very clear with you guys, if the Fed is going to raise the interest rate by 50 basis points, then there is a very high probability for this trend to continue even higher around 19, and if you're lucky even around 20,000 range. And also guys, also beside this example, even this CPR line was actually showing us that since this was a VCPR, the price could see a gravitation around the CPR line before it chooses a trend duration. And now since the price of Bitcoin came exactly at the CPR line, this here is no more a VCPR, it is a CPR line, and we don't need this definition anymore. Now if we look at this price action in a daily time frame, if you look at this CPR line, the price of Bitcoin got attracted towards this central CPR line, and this central CPR line is also the exact line where we found resistance. Yes guys, this central line acted as a resistance around 18,000 range, and now the price is between central CPR and the bottom CPR. But we are aware guys, this bottom CPR line around 17,600 is going to be acting as a support, but we are expecting this trend after some range bound to continue this movement here like this, even approach around this top CPR line, and then only it's going to decide what to do next. Because if we are going to find proper support above the top CPR line, that means for this month of December, the monthly R1 line is going to be our target line. Yes, this monthly R1 line, which is sitting around 20,600, is going to be looked as our potential upcoming target if we manage to flip the top line, right, around 18,400 also into proper support. And also guys, also if we look at this here in a very simple way using this right angle broadening wedge and inverse head and shoulder, I was very clear, since the price has flipped the previous temporary resistance into support, there is a very high probability for this trend also to continue here to the upside. And now if we look at the target area which we talked on my yesterday's video, we came exactly around the target area around 18 to 90,000 and got resistance. So since this inverse head and shoulder right angle broadening wedge scenario has already played out, we don't need this anymore. But what we need right now is this broadening wedge. Yes guys, descending broadening wedge is what we need right now, because we just found out the right angle broadening wedge, the inverse head and shoulder target got reached. Now if we could also flip this resistance around 18,000, the central CPR line, into support, then there is a very high probability that we are going to continue this uptrend here like this after some range bound get gravitated around this top line from this descending broadening wedge before choosing an actual trend duration. But what I want you guys to understand, in the past price action, getting rejection around this upper line resulted in a bigger price retracement. You can see each and every time we got attracted towards this top line, after that we had this bigger price retracement. So we have to be careful, but we are expecting until then the price of Bitcoin to show more of this range bound and slowly get attracted towards this key line before it chooses a trend duration. Yes guys, the price of Bitcoin could get attracted towards this upper line from the descending broadening wedge, which could be around 19,000, even 20,000 before choosing an actual trend duration. So these are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then destroy that like button, and if you want to support me even further, then please a comment would be much appreciated, because a like and a comment is going to boost the algorithm of the channel and also boost the motivation for me to create content like this in a daily basis. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.